June today, 2022. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to get up to today. So I'm going to be working over the other side of the garden again like I was yesterday. I don't know if you saw where I was doing my no-dig beds. Anyway, we're going to continue with that today because we need to get them done, because we've got all these you know, the pumpkins and everything all need to go in soon, and I need to make sure I move all these cow and plants out the back here. They've all got to be moved on, so I'm trying to make room to move everything on. Anyway, it's boiling in the polytunnel. It's a really weird day. Not sure what the weather's planning on doing today, but it's really warm, but the sun's sort of coming out a little bit and then it's not really. So it's one of them days when you've just got to keep your coat nearby, just in case you need it. Well, I'll quickly show you the polytunnel this week, because I haven't done that yet, because everything's moved on a little bit since last time I showed you, especially this courgette. This is massive. This is the reason why I've got to do the no big beds today, because I'm hoping to get a couple of these giant things put in the no dig bed garden. So this should be interesting. I might need to get some more, and I'm just going to put them in and see how they fare. Well, hopefully it won't get attacked too much, because I know there's pheasants over there though, so I might just throw a little bit of netting over the top. I've got some black netting in the polytunnel, so I think what I do is just throw it over the top to sort of deter the pheasants from pecking at the leaves until they can get going. I'll just give you a quick overview of the polytunnel today, and then I'll take you over to the part of the garden that we're going to actually be doing today. Okay, so just a quick overview of the garden today. I'm sure you're bored of seeing my garden over and over again. Anyway, so at the back here we've got our peas, which are starting to thrive now. Here, so it's absolutely stunning. Look at the size of it. So this hydrangea, once it finished flowering, I'm going to put it in the bed where the rhododendrons are, because once they die back there won't be any colour there. So next year when these flower, these last all summer, whereas the rhodies don't last any time at all. So here we have the rocket. Under there we're not growing anything at the back at the moment. I did take out some more of the nasturtiums, as I told you before. On the table we've got a couple of French sorrel. The sage is doing well. We've got one thyme. These are definitely not going to grow now. They've been in here since the 22nd of 4th. They're not going to grow, so we might as well give up with those. These cabbage that I potted on, these are all organic cabbages from Savoy. But look at the morning glory. I'm not sure what's going on with these, but I think we're going to, oh dear, I think we have to put these in the garden, don't you? They're trying to wind this, look, they're getting that windy bit. So I think we're going to just throw these in the garden by the fence where I said I'm going to grow them. These little violas seriously need to be put in the garden. So I'm just going to find somewhere to pop those. These courgettes, I mean, as I just showed you, this one's enormous. These are called all green bush courgettes. So they're bush variety, not growing trailing variety. Yeah, there's another morning glory, looking a bit sad, not looking good. I think I've overwatered them. I don't think they really like wet conditions. I think they like drier conditions, so I better hurry up and get them out of these pots. These are the onions, so they're growing well since I potted them on, and loads of cabbage at the back there. The aubergines are growing, they're getting big now, so we're getting some aubergines, which is good. The peppers are all doing well, but I must stop watering everything here. This doesn't need watering. And the pretty flowers coming out on the succulent plant. Don't know what this is called, by the way. I'll have to look. Down here, yeah, look, all the salads are growing well now. I trimmed up these ones at the front because I don't want to introduce pests. And I might start trimming the ones at the back. But look, they've all revived now since I transplanted them. These peas here are doing really well, and the ones at the front, there's a bit of death. I think that's where I actually pulled off the pea bit, but they're reviving. Strawberries are getting really big now. We need a bit of sunshine to colour them. You know, the sun, which is not out ever these days. And then in here we've got our sage. Everything's growing. These are Monge 2 peas, these ones. I've got 2 different varieties of peas growing on this bush. Look, massive Monge 2. And this is another, wait a minute, I'm getting confused. So, oh, there's another variety of pea in between these, which are these like fat ones. They're definitely a different variety of pea. Yeah, look, they're getting fat peas, and there's some at the bottom as well. Whereas these ones, that's a fat pea. Ah, see, these ones are like don't have the speckles. These ones too have these speckles. Aha. Right, I'm learning what's Monge 2 and what's not. Because I know most of them are Monge 2. I'll have to harvest some today, I think. The sweet peas are growing. There's loads of sweet peas. They're up there, right on the top. I think you're supposed to take the tops out so that they give out more sweet peas at the side. Because otherwise they're just putting sweet peas right at the top. But we're not getting many at the sides. There's some here. So we're keeping an eye on those. They're growing everywhere, the sweet peas now. Right above my head. Yeah, let's have a look at the... Right, got to remember with cucumbers, they're really, really thirsty plants. So wherever you plant them, make sure the plants around them, if you're growing them with some other plants, are equally as thirsty, because they're very thirsty. They're growing well now though, but the salads are quite thirsty as well. So I just thought of that, because I thought, you know what, you've got to water the cucumbers a lot more than you do other things. They seem to be really, really thirsty plants. So, oh, we need to sort this out. We've got a sweet pea trying to invade the cucumbers. And we don't want that. We've got to keep everything in its place so that we can keep some kind of structure going. Here, oh yeah, these need to go in. Look, these... What I need to do this week is take out the broccoli that's in the beds now, so I don't think we're going to get any more broccoli really, and plant on all of these. They're quite dry. Yeah, we're going to plant on all these. We've got to keep on top of everything at this time of year. Every time I look round, something's happened. So, oh well, whatever. This borage is amazing. It's huge. I'll take some cuttings off it. These tomatoes are all getting big, so these are going to have to be potted on next. We'll have to get some more bags. Some more of those bags that I've used. I've used all those to pot these on, which I'm going to leave inside the polytunnel. So all these tomatoes are staying in here. And oh, ow, the borage is quite spiky, isn't it? Anyway, I've got to put these flowers in the garden as well. Oh, look, the Californian poppies are starting to come out. Not much else in here. The rocket at the back is starting to take off a bit. Yeah, the rocket in here as well. You know, I will sow some more now. Once I've dealt with these tomatoes, I don't know what I've done there. I might take off some of these if she hasn't got any. Don't know if she's got any. Anyway, all the salad is growing. These beans are starting to grow now. Look, they're getting up the strings quite a lot. Yeah, they're getting there. They're all right once they get going. Everything takes time to get going. Look at all the peas. There's millions of them, I've just noticed. Look at all these Monge 2s. I better harvest these today. There's loads that are ready. Wow. Right, I better harvest Monge 2. Oh, wow, there's loads. Wow, they're really growing well, they are. Wow. So, we'll harvest Monge 2. This lettuce here is getting really big. I better harvest some of that today as well to eat. All these others are starting to grow. I'm just going to tidy them up a bit. Don't want to introduce slugs and snails to eat all the dead stuff. On the table here, all these mints are growing. The Nigella, that cosmos is definitely not going to grow. There's one called pansy there. The larkspur sort of a bit iffy. Never mind. We've got a few of those poached eggplants we've put down in somewhere. Just pop them in the polytunnel, I think, because there's only a few. Just pop them in with some. Yeah, look, there's hardly any in there. We'll just pop them in somewhere. Might do that. This one's still flowering. This one's got lots of flowers on. This looks like some kind of apple tree, doesn't it? Looks like an apple tree. All these beans, they're doing well. I'm just going to leave them now. It's too late to move everything. Can't bothered. I'm just going to make sure they wind round here. I'll just stick them in the ground. What do you think? Anyway, let's just have a quick look over there. Fruit bushes. So it's chilly now. Weird weather. One minute it's really warm, next minute it's cold. It's no wonder the flowers are growing at all. Oh, all them roses. I've still got 3 roses to put in the garden. I'm going to go and put them in my no-dig garden. And one of them... Oh, I was going to plant 2 of them outside the front here where the roadies are. And make holes in the, the stuff. The membrane. And then I'm going to put one in my no-dig garden. And I also want to go and put those trees in my no-dig garden. Oh, I will get round to that. Maybe not today. Can't do everything. Anyway, I've got tons to do. Yeah, see, look in here. This is the purple sprouting broccoli, which I keep bending because this is so tight, this netting on here. But to me it looks like it's not growing anymore. It's come to the end. So I'm gonna pull it out. Oh, the celery. This is celery I put in here that went to seed. These are all growing. This is all looking rather wild and wonderful. And my little trees. And what's going on in my little pond. I want to get like I'm going to make another pond over the other side of the garden, like a big pond. And I want to get like a solar panel waterfall type, something that makes a trickling noise. Because we live right next to the river, but you have to be right next to the river to hear the river, if you know what I mean. Can't hear it from all the way over here. So it's not, I love the sound of water. See, it's nice when the sun comes out. It's all green. Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, we better get on because I've got tons and tons of work to do, and I need to show you my no-dig beds where I'm going to just take a box of cardboard over. But I don't know about these tomatoes. I'm going to keep an eye on them, but we'll see what happens. Whatever. What will be, will be. We'll just keep an eye. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Anyway, whoops. I made some coffee in the caravan. Need to go and have a cup. The garlic's looking good. I'm not sure when it's ready. This week needs weeding this bed. The garlic don't like weeds. So, it's Friday today, by the way, folks. So I've got to do this weekend. Tidy up this garlic, this bed here. Keep the weeds at bay. And then I did do this. I think I showed you the other day. I've uncovered all my beetroot here. It looks like it's going to seed. So I'm going to pull all that out. Might leave this one here because it's just about to get some flowers on it. Because I've got a load more beetroot that I sowed. And we're going to use that for the tops. And then in this bed, I uncovered it all. I haven't covered it up. Doesn't seem to be many pests coming to eat it really. I thought I might have. But the cow, isn't it pretty? This is the one that I want over the other side. I think this is the Black Tuscan. I do. And I don't think the other one is. I think it's the other name, which I thought this was. Confused? I am. Anyway, in here are the carrots. They seem to be growing. Might need to cover up this bed soon. These carrots here. And then in there is some more beetroot. It looks like there's a weed. I've got to pull that out. And in here are the parsnips. So these are the one kind of parsnips. They're definitely growing now. But there was supposed to be another row. But it doesn't matter. I've got this bit here in the middle. I can grow, put something else in there. I haven't put anything at the end of that bed there. Let's just go and have a look. I tidied up down this path. This rose is doing well. Just got to keep an eye on this one because it's tucked away over here. Got to remember to water it. That's beautiful, look, and it smells amazing. It's got a wonderful, wonderful smell. And let's just take some pictures. Okay, so in here I trimmed up all of these because they were getting really, really big. All of my hedging plants, so I've been trimming them up. The actual wild mallow is bigger than me now, and it's getting really enormous, getting a joke. It's huge, but it stands up by itself. You don't need to stake it. It's a really strong plant, and it should flower soon. Anyway, over here, well, let's have a look at these. So these are the sweet peas that I've put here. These two plants lean over that way. Just the way they've decided to grow. It's the light, that's what it is. So all these sweet peas will probably do exactly the same thing and lean over to the light, away from the trees. Not sure about planting anything in this end, if that's what they're all doing. Might try and grow something that doesn't do that. But the onions, I need to trim them now. The rosemary still is doing that as well. In fact, all of these plants over here are leaning over towards the light. Anyway, so we put these sweet peas in the other week, and now they're starting to grow. So that's cool. I love my white lady pansies. Look at these, they're so pretty. I did deadhead them all. If you deadhead them, they just keep producing more and more pansies as the time goes on. So if you just deadhead them, they will just keep going. Look, there's ones in here. Deadheaded them all. Take off the flower stalks where they want to try and seed. We don't want them to do that yet because we want to appreciate their beauty. They are beautiful. I love these. There's a little blue one there. Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? I did plant all these Livingston daisies have grown well. And the actual snowball turnips aren't looking too bad now since their first, when I first put them in, they got munched a lot. But they're now starting to grow quite a bit. But it doesn't look like slugs really like the cow, because that was planted at the same time. They don't seem to like that. Or beetroot. They don't seem to like that either. Oh, I covered up this one. Sorry. Yeah, I need to sort this one out today because I uncovered this yesterday. I think the slugs might like these. I'll just take off some of these dead flowers. You just keep doing this every time you come out to your flower beds, and you'll just keep getting flowers all summer. So they don't put, they put their energy into making more flowers rather than going to seed, because obviously their job is to go to seed. Right, take off all the flower head. The seed heads when you see them. Anyway, that's it. So you get a load more flowers that way. Like I do there. That's if you remember. Anyway, I need to go now because I've really got a lot to do. So I'll show you what I've done. I'll show you what we're doing today. It's cold now, see? Weird weather. Anyway, I'll go and show you what I'm going to do. So yesterday I put all the, So we've got all this grass. I did have a massive pile on there, which I've now moved onto all these beds. So in here I've put a load of the grass. I've piled up a load on these potatoes here. So they've got a load of grass on top of those. And I think I showed you this already. I'm just going to put a bit of grass mulch on this end. I need to just dig out that bit of grass there, and there's a dock leaf, and I just want to control that plant there from invading. Over here I started mulching this yesterday, and then we had to go and see some people. So this bed here, I had to go around the edges. Well, that's all I've done. I haven't dug it. I had to literally go around the edges so I can see where the actual bed is, because these are no dig beds with no borders. So they're literally just done straight onto the ground. And I started putting a load of cardboard on here, but then we had to go. So I'm going to finish doing this. I'm going to go and get the other box of cardboard that I've got in the garage. And I've just noticed this is the other no dig bed here. I know it looks all really terrible and scruffy because people, you know, it doesn't make any sense, but it will make sense eventually. And I made a completely new no dig bed yesterday, just here. So I know it doesn't look like a no dig bed because it just looks like the colour of grass. That's because I've mulched it with just grass. So under here is all cardboard, and I marked it out with the cardboard, and it is now a no dig bed. The bed that I don't want now is this one. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do it long ways to match this one, because otherwise we've got too many different shapes going on. So I'm going to try and do all these beds this long. You know, like, I know this bed is going this way, but these beds I want to go this way, like long ways, if you know what I mean, like all coming down this way. Oh, God's sake, now what? Anyway, so this is going. I'm taking this up because this is, you know, it's disturbing my brain cells. Doesn't take much. So I'm going to put another no dig bed, take that up, move that over. I'll probably put it over there now, long ways going that way. And I'm going to put a bed here, just here. I'm going to put this, pick this stuff up. And I'm going to make another no dig bed here. I will show you. I know it's hard for you to see what I'm talking about because it's all the same colour right now because it's not turned brown yet. But once it all turns brown, I can see where the edges are, but you might not be able to see them very well, where the edges of the beds are, but they're definitely there. So these beds, this bed here and that bed there, so these two beds is where I'm going to put the arches for the pumpkins, because I want pumpkins in here, and courgettes are going to go in this new no dig bed that I'm just about to put over here. And this is now going to be moved. I might not use it at all because it's actually just to mark out where I'm going to do the next bed. Oh my God, why are the chickens kicking off now? I reckon it's because they can hear me talking. Anyway, you can see how high I've marked that bed there with the potatoes in it. And inside that bed there is the, in that one there, are the King Edwards. This one's the Maris Piper. And these ones are the Charlotte potatoes. And there's a few little straggly potatoes at the end there that are just starting to come through, which I've just got to mulch. So my job now is to go and get the cardboard, finish doing this no dig bed here, and then things might completely change again by the time I've put down the camera and start doing this job. Okay, here. Bye. Here I've mulched it, and here I made another no dig bed. And I've just cut round the outside so you can see where it is. And I'm just going to put some cardboard on this one and cover it with some straw. So I'm just going to grass. Okay, but I had to outline it so I knew where it was. So I'm going to do that. So what I did today, this morning, we set out these beds over here. So I moved the plastic because I didn't want it here. I decided that I want the beds this way round rather than the other way round, so they're all going this way round. So this morning we've covered up all this bed here. We done the edge bit there on the end of that bed, we done that. We sorted this bed out as well. The pheasants have been over here since I've done this, by the way, and messed up my hay a bit, but never mind. We created this bed, and we also moved this tarpaulin over to here. I moved my 3 Christmas trees over to here because they were in the sort of jungle area over there. So they've not really grown, which is okay because we don't really want them to grow right at this moment in time. And they're quite sort of pot bound in them pots. But we need to make a decision about where we're putting them, and then we need to put them in the ground. Anyway, so that's that bit done. So I just wanted to show you that. So that's what I just did. I don't know about the temperature right now. I've just put on my cardigan and my coat and now I'm hot. Anyway, so I've got some more water because I just put some flowers in over the other side, but I just want to show you over here by the hedge what I just did. I took out all the my partner sprayed the polytunnel with some algon. It smells exactly like white vinegar to me. In fact, I'm sure that's what it is, and they charge you a fortune for it. Could have just sprayed it with white vinegar, I think. Anyway, let me just show you this bit, what I just did. So, I'll show you what I did over here. So, over here, I was going to put some flowers in between these, but I've decided not to. I tidied up the edge, and I took out all the daffodils, and I weeded it, and I tidied it all up. But I was going to put some flowers in, but we do have an issue with the cesspit, like I've said before. And it's around about here somewhere. We've got a leak, I think, because there's a pipe there. So I'm going to leave it for now, because this might have to be dug to find the pipe. So I don't want to put flowers in here right now. I mean, all these primulas might have to be moved yet. But I tidied it all up, so it's nice and tidy. And there you are. So that's what I did first. No, I done the no-dig beds first, and then I done this second in the boiling heat. And now I'll show you what else I did. Again, I'm in the caravan now. So I've just washed up actually in the caravan. I still haven't put the water on it. I still have to go and get it from the tap. I did make some nice coffee, and I actually found my cup with all my children on it, and my grandchildren that Sharon bought me a few years ago. I have to have another one now with Penny May on it. Anyway, the pheasants seem to be hanging around in my no-dig garden up here. I just noticed they seem to be hanging around up here. Oh, some of the chickens have actually come out today. So the other day I had to force the chickens to go out so that they would actually get some fresh air, because they just won't go out. I have to force them out of the hen house. It's ridiculous. It's summertime now. If they don't go out now, I can understand the winter when they don't want to go out, but now it's summer. I mean, it's official summer. Even though it doesn't feel like it, it will be the weather. But Simon's been cutting all the grass. It's looking a lot better outside. But he did get a belt and fixed it. So at least the grass is now starting to look a lot more under control again. All the white goods removed. I booked a spot for them to come and remove it. And then after they've taken all that away, we're going to get a skip. And the skip then all the rest of the stuff we'll put in there. Plus we'll take the paint to the paint place.